Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Sound Savvy Statesy, and as usual, when I give out adult autism content, I call it my adult autism life. Gosh, I just it's been quite a week or two that I've been managing things as best I could. And maybe that's what this content will be about today, autism, or managing, I don't know, managing things the best you can, I was sort of thinking on the lines of autism and responsibility. Every now and then I am I intend to, and I don't mean to, and I'm sure a lot of you can relate, is that I intend to throw things out of context. And I don't know, maybe I feel I've been slacking off too much lately, and taking too many breaks and sleeping a lot. And just hoping I would, suddenly wake up, say, okay, this is the day I'll feel much better, but that sometimes that's not the case. I just have to, one step at a time, or whatever it is. Gosh, seriously, this fucking lighting. Yeah, this actually would work. Very much so. Yeah, this is fine, I guess. Say hi to Grogu in the back, and say hi to my greeting cards, a combination of birthday, holiday cards. It was my birthday recently. Happy belated to me. Thank you. It was May 29th. And I have more cards to hang up, which I may have to start, like in the back over there. I have a clear area on my ceiling, and I haven't hung anything up on my ceiling in a while. That's another thing I'll dive into, posters I used to put up, and I not only put them up, I put them up in shapes. I made some Hanson, the band Hanson. I put Hanson posters in the shape of an X-wing, and in the shape of the Hanson symbol that they, have. But anyways, I'll get into that some other time. But so okay, but to get back to responsibility. And right now, this is just due to, I don't know, certain depression that I just right now withdrawing, and sometimes, besides having anxiety and OCD, and autism, sometimes it's a lot. And what I was feeling maybe about a few weeks ago, or even a month, where has that gone? Why am I not feeling that now? And I feel somehow I haven't been taking responsibility for my happiness. And maybe I don't know if I'm doing that on purpose. Yes, I've talked to therapists. I see an anxiety group every week, and I've been trying to, I have a appointment coming up with my psychiatrist to talk about, why haven't I not been receiving the link to the depression group every Monday? And I wrote to say it's a sudden, and I think paranoia that, was it something I did or said? And I think it's good I said all those things in the email to my psychiatrist, because it probably isn't. Sorry, the camera's right there. Anyway, it probably isn't. But also, there was a member in there, and I won't say names, everything has to be confidential, or I'll just pretend it was someone else outside of that group, but not really. When I was sick with COVID, and of course I took care of myself and took responsibility, and they said the exact same thing: just take care of yourself, take responsibility. The thing is, when it's written, sometimes when things are written, I can't tell what kind of emotion they meant it in. What way did they mean it in? Like, it was just a natural, kind, generous thing. Just like, well, just take care of yourself, just and it's no different from someone saying, or even from doctors saying, it's just a general thing saying, take care of yourself, drink plenty of fluids, eat, eat plenty of, well, yeah. And my hydration's always, it's always the same. It's fine. And my appetite's fine. I mean, those are things I don't worry about. I mean, but sometimes it just goes to where I feel I throw it out of context, feeling like someone's demanding me or commanding me to take responsibility for your life. Don't do this or that or something. And I'm not following. It's like the thing, like, not that I have any orders, not that I have any. Anyway, I'll just say it doesn't matter. Like, following doctor's orders, it's like I'm not doing that, or I'm not following the teacher's orders, or not that I have any teachers that are telling me what to do these days, and I never had an issue being a good student, never. But I don't know, this is not what this is really about. It's just, I feel maybe there's certain things I haven't been taking responsibility for lately, and one of them is my happiness. Happiness in, doing the things I love to do. And I guess, this is one of them, at least that, but I still intend to hesitate to talk about other things. And yeah. And again, I'm not here to, I'm not a diagnoser. I want to keep clarifying that I'm just here to talk about experiences that I've had or experiences I'm having lately, or I'm not here to even diagnose myself or so, but somehow maybe when I speak to my psychiatrist or so, I could tell him I feel maybe I'm experiencing some pathological demand avoidance, you can co-occur with more than one or two things. You can. I mean, it's not that you want to, it just seems to be the case, Also, well, I've been on Prozac for how many years now or so, and I've cut back on them, and I don't know, either I'll see what he thinks that we ought to do next, maybe take me off it, start something new. And the thing is, I've managed to not mind taking something ever since, my disability claim, which was back in 2008. And I've been on them since, and just following orders, or let's cut that part out, just following exactly like what to do, I wouldn't start something or take something or without really talking to your doctor first or therapist first. And I think I don't know if what it is, I will talk to him first and see what it is, what we need to do next, or what I need to do next, so I'm not feeling as stuck or uncertain as I am feeling right now. And I've sat in on a lot of, great talks. And so I've taken notes, and I would feel good about myself, after all that. But then after that, it's a matter of, once you hear some good stuff or stuff that really lights you up, and then suddenly the talk is over, and then you kind of are back to the same way as you were an hour before you were listening in on to that thing. It just, it's just a matter of, is this something, am I willing, and am I willing to just, I don't know, get into that kind of routine again? Am I ready to no matter where you are, in life, and the thing to do is just to try it, or to, go for it, and if it is a thing, then great, keep doing it, and if it's not, you don't have to do it. Is it I think as long as I'm functioning in a way where I'm like still like working, where I'm still being productive, as long as I'm doing that, I'm fine. I'm fine to society, I'm fine to myself, or I'm not really getting down to the root cause of it. One of the things that I got it. Suddenly, the thing that I was doing or loved doing and still love doing, used to love doing, suddenly is becoming it goes from wanting to do it to, I'm in between the scale of wanting to do it and not wanting to do it. The reason the not wanting to do phase is because it's feeling like a demand, or getting all this, there's all this tough love I'm feeling, or getting and receiving dissonant things, or that no one's barely even telling me lately, because that's one of the reasons probably I'm not sharing as much, because I'm not asking to receive that kind of tough love or so that I used to get, or that even so used to help me, that I used to like it, depending. It all depends on something. So that's what I'm feeling today, and well, hey, at least I guess, at least if, as long as I'm functioning and productive in something, and I'm managing things as best I can, and not everything feels like a complete hell, which it doesn't. I'd say I'm at an average. And the thing is, there are things I'm above average on, and whether I show it or not, whether I talk about it or not, it still is that. I just gotta keep believing in myself. But you know what? It takes more than self to do that. I know that, and I'm aware of that, but sometimes it's so hard to jump back into. What is so wrong with wanting, with happiness or love, or, maybe when it's supposed to be or sound like a great thing, sometimes when something, I keep saying something, I don't have anything else in my vocabulary right now that I could talk that way. I'm just not, but I'm just, right now, I'm being just honest and authentic, and more on a what's the other word for distortion? Dissonant. Yeah, you'll get, as long as you get what I mean, right? As long as I know what you mean, I don't give a damn about the term as much. But anyways, well, because being on here and sharing, and I'm feeling better just by, and a while back, or so, I'd say there'll be more coming from me, posts and content, and then suddenly there isn't. And I know I don't own an explanation to anybody. This is just what happens, and maybe coming on here like this today is what I needed to do. And so, if, today maybe I'm feeling the lack of responsibility of whatever it is, but it may not be what it seems, It probably isn't what it seems to me. And and that's okay. But anyways, it doesn't, I know deep down, as fearful it may seem to me, and that's just how it gets. And the difference between fear and anxiety: fear is a natural, fight or flight, or things, with life. It's nature's alert system, alarm. Whereas anxiety, it could feel just as bad or as worse, but it really isn't. It just, how would you say? I don't, it just, sometimes it's all in my head, and sometimes and talking about it, and expressing it is a good thing. Sometimes it's a good thing, what I'm doing now. So anyways, I'm sure whatever it is, I want to the next step in anything, with my psychiatrist, or maybe with these groups, I'm continuing. I know he'll just, I don't want to say assure me, but just reminding me, and I will remind myself, and just could maybe start doing the anxiety pie chart again, or leaves on a stream, which is one of the things we've done in my anxiety group. It's like a meditation. And if I'm not too stubborn, I would be glad to do it every day, or maybe every other day. I'm just, when I feel I'm not being responsible or accountable for anything, I feel bad. I sometimes feel like a bad person, and I know I'm not. I mean, there's things that there are those that have gone through that have been worse than this, and sure, yeah, I mean, one can say that, and yeah, maybe it would make me feel better, and yet somehow I'd say conditions are conditions, and emotions are emotions, no matter what shape, size, or form or level it's at. Sure, I may not be as bad as, I might not going through as much worse as someone else, but it's something. I mean, why can't I talk about it? Why can't, I mean, and I can vent about things, and I may not be asking, when I do this, it doesn't mean I'm necessarily asking, for advice or other kind of, and those aren't bad either. I know they're not, but it's just something I'm just mentioning, just to help get me through the day, and who knows, it might be helping someone else get through their day, that's pretty much what it is. And so anyways, speaking of day, I have to go on with mine, and hey, this is necessary. This is one of the things I do, along with other things, just to simply help get through my day, or just simply help me make a decision on other things. And I mean, not just aside from being a grown up or it's not that, but it's just we all have the power and ability to make our own decisions no matter what it is. In my case, everyone in my family usually would say Stacey always makes the right decisions, and along with making the right decision for yourself, making mistakes is part of life too. And I feel I've been making a mistake, I don't know, wasting my time and energy just doing nothing sometimes. And maybe, I don't know, maybe that's what needs to be done. I'm going on a vacation soon with my family and my partner, and we've been talking about going shopping for that, for new things. I know I need new shoes, new Crocs, and possibly a new bathing suit, like or so. And but whatever. I mean, just okay. I guess that's it for now, and I will come on again whenever. And I think honestly, this is the best way to do it. When I'm starting to feel even the slightest cringe, even with something very deep and sorrowful every now and then, whatever it is, it's all things. So okay, take care everybody, and see you again soon, in a bit, or whenever that will be. And I wish everyone the best.